Well, as our loved ones age, there are important and sometimes difficult decisions that have to be made.
That includes finding extra care that can be done while letting them stay inside their homes.
Anton Brel, the Vice President of Operations at Juniper Homecare, is here now to tell us more about these options. Thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Love the company because I love the idea of keeping people at home.
Yeah.
I think, rather than having to go to, we know that some people have to go to nursing homes, but try and keep those people in their houses as long as they possibly can.
So it's a concept that the state of Connecticut embraced, thankfully for us, a few years ago. And loved ones could actually be taken care of by family members or their friends even. As long as they live inside the same home, they can receive nursing support and care from a relative. And that relative could actually get compensated for getting
Compensated?
that care. Yeah, exactly. So
if I'm taking care of my mom when she's older,
right.
A lot of people do this out of the goodness of their heart. You're saying you might actually be able to get money from the state?
Yeah, so they're doing it anyway. A lot of people just aren't aware that a program like this exists, but it does. So if they qualify under Medicaid, they're 65 and over, and say your mom's living with you, you could actually get compensated for taking care of her. And not only that, but we will give you technology. So that's a huge trend right now, and how to make sure that somebody is comfortable inside their own home by receiving technology and support in that way as well, to monitor her from a different location, or keep track of blood pressure or fall detection, stuff like that.
So if the person is, let's say Kara's mom or my mom, they're living independently right now, but then they get sick and I move them into my house, does that qualify as long as
she qualifies? So the caregiver is always qualified as long as they're there to take care of her.
Okay.
But she would have to qualify to receive that through the state of Connecticut.
Okay.
So it'll be certain income levels, and if they're already, but important to know that a lot of our senior citizens, especially older, they may already be on Medicaid.
Yes.
And so you don't have to put them in a facility. You could now either keep them in your own house, and you might be able to get paid, or a trusted loved one. You don't always have to go through services.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's exactly it. That's the trend, is that 10,000 baby boomers are retiring every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the trend is that a lot of them want to age in place. They don't want to go somewhere else. They're comfortable at home. They don't want to go to a nursing home, another facility. And those facilities are really expensive, and it's just not the same as home. So this is an alternative, and we're happy to embrace that alternative. And our slogan is actually, the best caregivers are family. And oftentimes, family members are already doing this, but they're unaware that there's so much support, that they could have agency support from a company like Juniper, and we could literally have RNs that are assigned to the cases. We can pay them for the care that they're giving, and we have 24/7 support.
And there could be, there's definite cost savings if you keep your parent at home as opposed to going to the nursing home.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. So it's cost savings for the state, and it's cost saving for the family as well.
So step one, how can Juniper help people if they're watching this interview and going, gosh, I would need to know more about this?
I would just say, just give us a call. We would be happy to help you out. Phone number is 860-523-1418. But that's just one of the services that we offer. I mean, we started the company in 1998. My father did. He was a social worker with the state of Connecticut in elder protection. So he pivoted from that in '98 to this. And we had the pleasure of actually doing a campaign with CBS, public service announcements regarding elder abuse.
Wow, that's
so
great.
We ran that for about the entire year, kind of creating awareness that 1 out of 10 people in Connecticut, elders, they actually are abused, and there's different definitions for abuse. It could be anything from just negligence and kind of neglecting the senior in the house.
But if you keep them at home and you got somebody who's taking care of them, that's much less likely to happen.
Much less likely, and they're much less likely to end up in the hospital, and hospital readmission rates and all of that are increasing. So this helps all around. It helps the economy, it helps the family, and it helps the loved one.
Yeah, aging in place, it's a trend. Thank you so much.
I love it. I think it's just great. All right, there's going to be a grand opening on Juniper Homecare on Friday at 119 Sanford Street in Hamden. For more details, you can visit facebook.com/Juniper Homecare. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Anton. And for more information, you can also visit juniperhomecare.com.
Don't get any ideas. I'm not there yet.